Let's talk about two ancient grains, wheat and sorghum. For thousands of years, these grains shaped civilizations. Wheat's journey began in the Fertile Crescent, where early farmers turned wild grass into a staple crop. This reliable food source fueled empires, from Rome to medieval Europe, and became a global superstar. Now, let's head south to Africa, sorghum's homeland. Domesticated around 8,000 years ago, sorghum thrived where wheat couldn't in heat and drought. It became a lifeline for millions, feeding people across Africa, India, and China. Wheat became the face of bakeries and pasta shops worldwide. Sorghum, meanwhile, quietly sustained vast populations, especially in tough climates. But food history is always evolving. Tastes and needs change. Today, one of these ancient grains is making a comeback. Why? Because sometimes the quiet survivor becomes the hero we need. The stage is set for a new showdown between wheat and sorghum. Which one will rise to the challenge of our modern world? Let's find out. From the cradle of agriculture to your kitchen table, these grains have stories to tell, and their next chapter is just beginning. Ancient grains, modern problems. The battle is on. Let's see who comes out on top. Why is sorghum suddenly in the spotlight? One word: gluten. Gluten, found in wheat, barley, and rye, gives bread its stretch, but it's a problem for millions. For those with celiac disease or gluten sensitivity, wheat is off the table. Enter sorghum, naturally gluten-free. No modifications needed. Sorghum flour lets people enjoy bread, cakes, and biscuits again. The gluten-free movement has pushed sorghum into the mainstream. But sorghum isn't just a substitute. It's a nutritional powerhouse. Packed with protein, fiber, iron, magnesium, and antioxidants, it's a smart choice for anyone. Compared to whole wheat, sorghum matches up on protein and fiber, and often beats it in minerals and antioxidants. For those seeking a gluten-free, nutrient-dense grain, sorghum is a top contender. It's not just about what sorghum lacks, it's about what it brings to the table. More people are discovering its benefits every day. The result? Sorghum is no longer just a regional staple. It's a global contender. The grain that once flew under the radar is now front and center, and it's here to stay. Wheat's gluten makes it the king of bread, pasta, and pastries. Its stretchy dough traps air, creating fluffy loaves and chewy noodles. From sourdough to croissants, wheat's versatility is unmatched. But sorghum has its own tricks. Cook the whole grain for a nutty, chewy base in salads or bowls. Pop it like popcorn for a crunchy snack. As flour, sorghum is a game-changer for gluten-free baking. It needs a blend of flours and a binder to mimic gluten's structure, but the results are worth it. Sorghum flour brings a soft texture and subtle sweetness to muffins, pancakes, and flatbreads. It even makes a crispy coating for fried foods. Don't be afraid to experiment. Sorghum is more versatile than you think. Wheat may rule the bakery, but sorghum is carving out its own space. The kitchen is big enough for both. Every crop has an environmental cost, but wheat and sorghum tell different stories. Wheat needs lots of water and struggles in heat. Bad news as the climate warms. Sorghum, bred for Africa's dry heat, thrives with little water and shrugs off drought. Its deep roots make it a champion in tough conditions. Sorghum also resists pests, reducing the need for chemicals. For sustainability, sorghum is a clear winner. As water scarcity grows, climate-smart crops like sorghum are essential. Choosing sorghum means choosing resilience. The future of food may depend on grains that can handle a changing planet. So, which grain wins? It depends on your needs. Wheat is perfect for classic baking, but its gluten and water use are drawbacks. Sorghum is gluten-free, nutrient-rich, and eco-friendly, but needs a little know-how in the kitchen. If you're gluten-sensitive or eco-conscious, sorghum is your friend. If you love baking bread, wheat still reigns. But why not use both? Diversifying your grains is good for you and the planet. Ancient grains offer modern solutions. The future of food might just be ancient.